Okay, so welcome everyone. This is our reunion briefing info session. We are only 2 weeks away to our biggest reunion ever. So hopefully everyone is excited for it. At least ticket ഒക്കെ എടുത്തെന്ന് വിചാരിക്കുന്നു ദൂരെ നിന്ന് വരുന്ന ആൾക്കാർ. And thank you to the effort of Kiran. നമുക്ക് അറിയാം, we have people all over the globe now who are going to be joining us for this reunion. So as I said, this is going to be a very big event, and hopefully we will have a very good time at it. So നമ്മുടെ ഇന്നത്തെ agenda, just to share with everyone what all we are going to talk about. A few important things is the schedule of events, so that everyone knows the plan of what is happening, especially with the registration, accommodation, how to get there, transportation, all the കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ. So once we go through the whole information slide deck, if you have any questions, we can discuss that at the end. എന്തെങ്കിലും questions ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ chat window ക്കകത്ത് വിടാം, and then Danya or one of the moderators in the meeting will help answer the questions for you. So now we'll start with morning events at TKM. നമ്മുടെ schedule അനുസരിച്ച് the first thing is obviously arrival time. So we are planning on arrival time between 8:30 and 9:30. Hopefully those of you who are coming from far away can plan your trips accordingly. So we have a chief guest, so please make sure that you get there on time. Our chief guest vannittu pinne ivada aarum illadirikkunu parnja oru naanakeda. So do make sure that you are there on time. College vare ettanulla directions ellarkum ormayundennu vicharikkunnu. Make sure that you get there. Now once you arrive, we will have volunteers. Our current college students, we have got some volunteers from among them. So they will direct you to the parking and then where to get to the registration. Your first meeting point will be CP. Adum aarum marnu poyittillennu vicharikkunnu. So at the CP is where we will be doing our registration. So the way we have set this up is there will be registration desks set up for each branch. You will register over there and then collect your souvenir kit. So souvenir kit will be a bag that is given to you that will have in it your shirt and a few souvenir items for all the alumni. So make sure you collect your shirt, because our group photo that we will come to that slide later, but the group photo with the entire batch will be taken with that shirt on. So please make sure ningal shirt collect cheyidittu. It is up to you if you want to wear the shirt that time itself, or if you want to wait until the entire batch photo will be taken. It is your choice when you want to wear the shirt. Now all the alumni will also be getting a badge. For those of you who are coming with your family and your children, just keep in mind that they will not be having any badge, and also the shirt is only for our alumni. It's not for family members or children. We will have a little goodie gift bag for their kids. So that's something that we will be arranging for the children. Then once we complete with the registration, 9:45 we want to assemble at the program hall. So program hall എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ നമ്മൾ കോളേജിൽ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്ന സമയത്ത് ആർട്സ് ഫെസ്റ്റിവലുകളൊക്കെ നടത്തിക്കൊണ്ടിരുന്ന ഹാള് ആ സെയിം ഹാൾ തന്നെയാണ്. However, it is oriented a little differently now. So if you have not been to college in recent years, ഇത് നമ്മുടെ കോളേജ്, that is our front entrance, central portico. പിന്നെ ആ കാണുന്ന that semi dome over there, that is where the current program hall is. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ I have another picture that was taken from the net. So പണ്ട് നമ്മളവിടെ പഠിച്ചിരുന്ന സമയത്ത് it used to be this east-west orientation. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഓർമ്മയുണ്ടായിരിക്കും how the program hall was. Now they have reconstructed and remodeled to a north-south direction. So it's a much bigger hall than what it used to be. So as you can see from one of the pictures of one of the events that was there previously, it can accommodate, I think, close to around 600 people or so. So it's a very big hall. It has been very well remodeled and refurbished. So from the CP, once you collect your souvenir kit, you will head straight to the program hall. Pattanatholam, please don't aggregate there in the CP, because we have close to about 500 people we are expecting in the morning event at TKM. If all 500 are standing there at the CP, you can imagine it will be too crowded and it will be too much of a chaos. So as soon as you collect your souvenir kits, please proceed to the program hall. You can socialize over there, talk, meet with all your friends until we are ready to start our program. Then at 10 o'clock, we will officially start our program. And again, a reminder, we will start on time. Our chief guest on the, so we don't want to keep him waiting. So please make sure that you are there on time to start. So please be there from the start itself. Again, it's a reunion. It's our program, by us, for all of us. So we need to be present for our own program. So you will have more than plenty time to talk to all your friends and walk around the campus and do all that. But for the duration of this program, please try to make sure that you are there at the program hall. So we will begin with a call to order and followed by silent prayer and condolences in memory of batchmates of ours who have passed on. This will be followed by the official inauguration, then a welcome and reunion address, messages by a chairman and the principal, and then a vote of thanks after that. So this is the official part of our program for the morning. Following this, at 11 o'clock, there will be a mini cultural program by the alumni. It's a short program. That's why we are calling it mini cultural program. It will last only about 15-20 minutes. At 11:20, our plan is, this is the important part of the morning thing, is where we want to do the faculty felicitation and the branch photo session. So the way we have planned this out is, we will call out each branch separately to the stage, because it's impossible for us to accommodate the entire batch in the stage. We will call them branch by branch. So for example, we will call out, say, the architecture branch. We will say, all faculty and alumni of the architecture, please come to the stage. While they are being called out to the stage, we will read out the names of all the faculty members to recognize and acknowledge them. So as we call out that names, please make sure you come to the stage at that time. Break dancing, please, if you call out your branch, come to the stage. That's it. Faculty and alumni will come together. Once everyone is on the stage, the faculty will be presented with the memento by the alumni. Okay, so a few people from the alumni for that branch, for example, civil anangi, faculty people will be there on the stage. A few people from civil will hand out the memento to the alumni. We are not calling out we will not call out the faculty's name as we are giving out the memento, because other okay, we're calling out their names as they are entering the stage itself to save on that time. Now, once we present memento, all of us or all of that branch are on stage. A group photo will be taken with the faculty and the alumni. So, for example, if mechanical is on the stage, then all the faculty and all the alumni from mechanical will be on stage, and we will take one group photo for that particular branch. Now, again, please be present. There is no photo retake session. If you went off doing some other business or you are not there, you're not there, because there is no other time for us to take another picture. So please, branch make sure that you are present over there. So once one branch is done and they walk off the stage, then the next branch will follow. So we have about 40-45 minutes. We want to try to cover 8 branches. So you can imagine, it is photographers and the videographer will be ready over there. But of course, it is on us to make sure that we come to the stage on time. So please make sure that as soon as the branch is called out, make sure you get to the stage. Once this is done, our noon event is right after we finish taking these individual branch photos, so mechanical, civil, we will all collectively together go to the front gate. Front gate is our main entrance out there. We will go there for a full batch photo. So this is where we will take a photograph with all members of our batch. Irrespective of what branch you are, you will be there. Again, this is only alumni. Faculty will not be present at this time. Because more than likely we will direct faculty to lunch. As soon as we take this photo, lunch again. So we want to make sure we take this time. Our photographers will probably do some drone shots and some photography and some videography shots over here. This is what we will do at the front. So we will have one full batch photo. Now, in case we have thinking of an alternative is we will probably plan for another location where we may just do it in the program hall itself. We will try to arrange people in the CP where we can take a group photo. So hopefully it will not rain, but if it does rain, the location, an alternate location will be decided. Again, please be present. There's no photo retakes. If you miss it, you miss it. There's no way to get this opportunity again to take a photo with everybody. And remember, നേരത്തെ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ, this full batch photo, we want to take it with the reunion shirt on. So everyone who came for the reunion must be wearing a reunion shirt, because everyone will be getting one. So once the individual branch photos are taken, you can decide if you want to either change at that time or at the very start of our program. It's up to you. But when you come for the batch photo, please make sure that you are wearing your reunion shirt, because we want everyone to take a nice, good photo with that shirt on. Okay. Then note on the photos and videos, again, നമ്മൾ ഒരു പ്രൊഫഷണൽ കമ്പനിയെ ഹയർ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. They will be taking photos and videos of the entire event. Of course, you are free to take your own photos and pictures as well, but just keep in mind that in case you are not getting a picture, that's fine. We have a professional company that is going to be doing that for us. Now, we are also arranging for that photographic company to make prints for us. So the branch pictures that are taken will be getting prints made. So the physical print must be picked up on that same day itself, because നമുക്ക് അത് പിന്നെ മെയിൽ ചെയ്യാനോ പോസ്റ്റേജ് വഴി അയക്കാനോ ഉള്ള ഒരു ഓപ്ഷൻ ഇല്ല. So please make sure that if you want the physical print of the photo, you have to pick it up on that reunion day. So we're doing 2 arrangements for this, because of course the photography company needs time to print all these photos as well, right? They'll take pictures by 12, they need time to print it. So they will make one set of photos available by 3 o'clock, because we are expected to be in the college until about 3 o'clock. They will make one set of photos available. Please make sure that those photos are prioritized for those who are only attending the morning event. The reunion varuna palarum, they are attending only the morning event at TKM, and then they are returning back after that. They are not heading to Ravis. So we want to make sure that they go home with that print. So a set of prints will be made available by 3 o'clock. We want to make sure that those attending the morning event will get a copy. If there are leftovers, then whoever is attending the Ravis can also pick a copy. And for those who are attending the evening events, the remaining prints will be made and brought to Ravis. So you don't have to worry about not getting a print. We will eventually have them ready and available. Okay. The reunion കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട്, once we are done with all, everyone goes back home and all is said and done, digital versions of all the photos and videos will be made available. So don't worry about when we will get them, how we will get them. Once the program is done, once the photography company has finished processing everything and doing everything, they will hand it to us, and then we will share it via some sort of a media where you can either download the pictures or watch them online and so on. Okay. Then afternoon event. So immediately after that entire batch photo is taken, നമ്മുടെ ഏറ്റവും important activity, ഷാപ്പാട്, food. So we will go 12:30. There will be lunch. Food will be served in the program hall. Where we were in the morning, that's the same place where the food will be served. Please give preference to faculty and family members. In fact, when we are going to take this entire batch photo, people who are coming with their family, your spouses and children, if they want to go ahead and have their lunch, they can go ahead and have their lunch. Because we will also tell faculty to have their lunch. Correct. So that way, let them go first and let them have their food. Once we're done with that, after that, from 1:30 onwards, or whenever you finish with your lunch, it is a free time for all of you, basically reminiscing college days. So you are free to walk around the college, revive all your nice memories of all that you did, all the tarigada that you did over there. Please go around and see every place that you want to see. Just keep in mind, our departure time on the Mansivakanam. So the departure time from college is going to be 3 o'clock. So at 3 o'clock, we have to depart to Ravis. Okay. Now keep in mind that Ravis is about 25 minutes drive from TKM. Yeah, 25 minutes is a little overestimated. Traffic on the Illengil, you can probably get there in 15 minutes. If you drive like some people drive, you will probably get there in 10 minutes. But assuming no major traffic holdup, you should be getting there in about 25 minutes. So just keep that in mind. Now, college will provide us with a college bus. Either transportation means that they provided it to us as a means of nostalgia, so that whoever wants to go in the college bus can go in the college bus. But that college bus is available only for one trip. So whoever is coming to the college via, say, train, or does not have a transportation on their own, please make use of this college bus. Even if not, nammalil palarkkum vandigal aanum, so you can always hitch a ride with one of us and get to Ravis. Okay. Now the check-in must be completed by 5 p.m. Sorry, this is a typo. It's not 5:30. It is 5 p.m. Okay, so we want to make sure that everyone completes the check-in by 5 p.m. So plan your time accordingly. നിങ്ങൾ ഇടയ്ക്ക് എന്തെങ്കിലും ഡീറ്റോറോ ഷാർജ ഷേക്കിന് വല്ല ഇറങ്ങുവാണെങ്കിൽ make sure you plan accordingly and get to Ravis on time. And also, please be patient with the check-in process because there's close to about 200 people checking in at the same time. Now, the hotel is fully aware of this. They will have staff ready and prepared, but 200 is 200. It will take time. ഓരോരുത്തരുടെ ID check ചെയ്യണം, room keys assign ചെയ്യണം. So this takes time. So please be patient with this. Okay. So the next we will go to discussions on the transportation and the accommodation part. And for this, Kiran will now present to you regarding transportation and the accommodation.
Thanks, Stephen. Kekava correct?
Yes.
Yes, screen can you? Okay. Morning. So രാവിലെ നമ്മൾ actually I think 3 or 4 taxis arrange ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. So predominantly we will be using it to transport reunion materials. നമ്മുടെ t-shirts-ഉം നമ്മുടെ അലുമിനിയം മെമ്മറോളും അതൊക്കെയാണ് നമ്മൾ ട്രാൻസ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. But however, taxi services will be over by around 8:30. So it will be shuttling between Ravis as well as to the college. So if you're staying in the previous night in Ravis, there will be some shuttle, but you can't rely on it fully. You will keep on going back and forth. So if it is available, you can use that after we had used it. Afternoon, as Stephen has mentioned, there will be one trip in the college bus, which will be leaving at around 3 p.m. Again, the same taxis, as taxi service, it will be again shuttling between college and Ravis. We'll start at around 2 o'clock. So, family chicken they can actually use that. So it will keep on going back and forth. So once it gets filled, it will just leave to Ravis. It will only between Ravis as well as in college. It will only between Ravis and TK. Next slide. Okay, so July 15th is the event. So a lot of people, I think around 30 to 40% of people are actually coming for the previous days. So what we had done is that we had actually got a reduced rates for these days from Ravis. So generally, Ravis, as it is a 5-star hotel, charges between let's say 7,500 to 9,000 on rates. So we were able to get it for 6,000, flat rate to 6,000. So again, if you want to book for the previous dates, July 13th, 14th, or 16th, an accommodation form already had sent that. So you can just fill it up and say that you will be coming on 13th, 14th, or 16th. Key thing is that it will be directly paid by you, in the sense we will book it for you, but when you check in, probably you have to pay for that particular date, whether you're staying in July 13th, 14th, or 16th. 15th is covered, but other days you have to stay it up. Already, if you look at my last count, is almost 30 rooms are already booked. So that means around 60 to 70 people are already staying in the previous night. So it's a huge amount. So again, there are a lot of rooms still available. So if you are planning to come previous night, please book it through the accommodation suite. Next slide. So check-in, so ideally, like any other hotel, the check-in time is 3 p.m. However, the hotel has mentioned that if the rooms are available, they can actually let you in. So if you are coming in the early morning, a lot of people are actually, especially people who are coming from Ernakulam and Kozhikode, they actually come directly to Ravis. If the rooms are available, yes, you can actually check in. If no, as I mentioned, there are around 30 rooms that we are already occupying the previous night. So we will publish the list. So you can actually use any of your branch mates' rooms, and you can freshen up if the rooms are not available for early check-in. Else, you can actually use any of the alternate options. Then again, you can use a shuttle. If it is available, you can use a shuttle to go from Ravis to TKM. But make sure that you be there by 9:30, 10. So as Stephen has mentioned, we'll be starting at 10 o'clock. So it'll be great if you can make it at 10 o'clock. So we will be publishing the list of like Edaka rooms and who are all staying. So if you're coming in the morning, if your rooms are not ready, you can just go there, keep your luggage in that particular room, freshen it up. Then yeah, you can leave to TKM, and so you come back, you can just take your luggage and check in again. One thing to forgot to mention, previous day stay in the, we are trying to make sure that they can continue staying in the same room. So when you are actually choosing an roommates, which will be in the next slide, make sure that you have the same set of roommates the previous day also. So the ideal checkout time is actually 11 a.m. അതാണ് അവര് പറയുന്ന time. However, they may allow you late checkout based on discretion of Ravi. So if they don't have anyone staying over, then probably they will let you know. But it's again, some of the rooms they will ask you to check out by 11 o'clock. Yeah, so the official checkout time is 11 a.m. And what is covered and not covered? As I mentioned, if you are staying in the previous night or the post night, that is 13th, 14th, or 16th, it's not covered. But the stay on July 15th, Saturday, including dinner and the breakfast on the next day, is covered as a part of the event. So any additional bed. So a lot of bigger rooms will be converted to triple rooms, but it's a big king bed, two twin bed. But if you need additional bed, yes, we can cover that. That is fine. But if you are doing any room service, for example, if you are ordering something to your room, or if you're using room bar or something like that, it will be covered. You have to cover for it. Next slide. So roommates. So I had already sent a link to select your roommate. So I think almost 70 to 80% of the people are already selected roommates. So this will be the criteria in which this will be, the rooms will be allocated. First is that all the families will be allocated one room per family. Secondly, what we'll do is that if you had already selected your roommates using the form, what we'll do is that we will, or you had already told your branch coordinator, I think some of the branches has already done that, then we will actually allocate it based on that. There are some conflict even in the form. There are some of the people are being selected multiple times. We'll just sort it out. And if you're staying in the previous night, July 13th and 14th, we will make sure that you will have the same roommates for 15th also, so that you don't have to check out and check in again, because as for the government rules, they have to make sure that the same set of people are staying there. So they will make sure that they will ask you to check out. So if you don't fall into any of the categories, that means you're not coming with a family, or you are not already selected a roommate, or if you're not staying the previous nights, what we will do is that we will randomly allocate to existing rooms or free rooms to someone from your branch or center. So the current, I think we have around 80 rooms. It has a mixture of double room and triple room. And triple rooms are really big. So what we'll do is that the larger rooms definitely will be converted to triple room so that everyone can be accommodated. Again, I think the key point is that this is just for room allocation only. It's just a place to keep your luggage, just to have in your register name in your name. It does not matter where you end up sleeping. It does not matter, except in the lake. So it's just for registration purpose, just to keep your luggage, just to make sure that from a hotel point of view, there is someone registered in that room. So it's just check-in, check-out, photo identity, any additional expenses. Where do you stay with some of your friends? It does not matter. So it's just that our registration purpose we will allocate the room.
So Kiran, I think, interrupt. Yeah. Sorry, I think this room number is also key for the breakfast that is
yes.
on.
Exactly. So when you go for the breakfast next day, they will ask you which room or which room number I need. So that's also important. So just make sure that you remember your room numbers as well as you say your room names when you go for the breakfast next day.
Okay, thank you, Kiran.
Okay.
So that covered transportation and accommodation. So now to continue, once you arrive at Travis and you complete the accommodation check-in, how the accommodation is being done. Again, it's not a complicated process, but Kiran has done a stellar job at actually coordinating this whole thing with doing all the room allocations and everything. So once you're done with that, then we will proceed to our evening events. So evening events is 5:30 is when we want to start. We will start with cultural programs by the alumni. And during the same time, appetizers will also be served. So we will all be in the banquet hall. There is a large banquet hall arranged for us. That is where we will be located. We will have our own in-house cultural programs and plus some light refreshment food for you. At 7:30, they will start to serve the dinner. Dinner is going to be buffet style. And again, it will be in the banquet hall. ഞാൻ ഈ കാണിക്കുന്ന ഫോട്ടോസ് ഒന്നും ആക്ച്വൽ ഫോട്ടോസ് അല്ല, only for representation purpose. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ആൾക്കാരെ കണ്ടിട്ട് ചോദിക്കും അയ്യേ ഇതാണോ ഫുഡ് എന്ന്. Okay, so this is only for illustration purposes. Anyway, banquet buffet will be served in the banquet hall. So if the cultural program is still extending, you are still welcome to go grab your food. Everything is within the banquet hall, so you don't have to go anywhere outside. And we're trying to do it that way so that people don't wander off. And that's how the hotel is also arranging it. Okay, 8 o'clock will be the second part of our entertainment event, where we're going to have the entertainment by Stephen Davisi and his crew. So that will be a nice entertainment event for us. And then finally, by 11:30 p.m., you have two options. Either you engage in Midnight Madness, or you go and retire for the night. It's up to you what your choice is. I'm guessing that palarum aditya option ubhayikkunna thonunnu. Now, once all this is said and done, we are done with our events for the events for July 15th, which is our main reunion day. Next day, July 16th, just to give you a little update of what will be happening. Breakfast will be served from 7 a.m. onwards. That's up to you guys. But they will serve breakfast between 7 and 10:30 a.m. That is the duration in which breakfast will be served. Breakfast is going to be Kerala breakfast buffet style, and it's going to be in the Heritage Building. Heritage Building is basically enter in the main hotel. The front lobby building is called the Heritage Building. So they said that it will be overlooking the lake area. Okay, so it will be a nice, pleasant setting to get over your hangover from the previous day. But anyway, it will be good breakfast. Now, after that, you are free to socialize, do whatever activities you want in the morning. I think the hotel themselves have got some activities such as boating, etc. But keep in mind that any activities that you do, if they are charged, that is paid directly by you. It will not be covered by the reunion. It will have to be covered directly by the alumni. And keep in mind that checkout is at 11 o'clock. So by 11, please make sure that you have all your bags packed and your kids packed and ready to leave and vacate your rooms by then. If you require extended checkout, directly arrange that. I think they will make some provision, but keep in mind that there's obviously guests coming the next day as well, so they will have to accommodate it based on the availability. A few important info. Number one, you must carry government issued identification card. Again, this is important not for us. To come to TKM, you don't need an ID card per se. We know most of who you guys are. But the main reason to carry this ID card is for the hotel purpose. So accepted government issued ID card is passport, Aadhaar card, etc. Panda TKM ID card, please no one's going to take that. Okay. And for some reason, the hotel has told us that PAN card is not accepted. I don't know why, but they said that PAN card is not accepted. So please make sure you carry any other form of government issued ID card. It can even be your driver's license. That is also fine. If you are not an Indian citizen, because I think some are not now, you must carry your OCI or a visa copy. That is mandatory. Without it, it will be extremely difficult for us to check you into the hotel. The rules are very strict on this right now. So please remember that you don't necessarily need to make a copy. They will probably make a copy for you. But if you carry a copy, all the more better. Check-in will be faster. But if you're not an Indian citizen, please don't forget this. You must carry your OCI or visa copy. If you are checking and staying in Ravis, the ID is required for all adults. Adults, that includes you and your spouse if you are coming with your family or family members. Okay. Without that, they cannot do the check-in. So any adult, and I think adult means 12 years and above is what they count as adults, requires an ID for sure. So you must have some sort of an ID. So if you have older children who are about 12 and they're coming, they must also have some sort of an identification. But for children who are less than 12, ID is not mandatory. However, it is recommended. But again, it is not mandatory. Okay. So this is some of the important info that we want to make sure you are aware of when you come to the reunion. And finally, our closing comments is number one, please have fun. So please have fun, interact with everyone, enjoy meeting all your dear friends after these long 21 years, and leave with all the nice memories that you want to make. And last but not least, I have this quote that I want to share with all of you. Quote from Michael J. Fox. is I'm careful not to confuse excellence with perfection. Excellence I can reach for, perfection is God's business. Adipam parayanulla karanam is please be patient with us throughout this whole process. Believe it or not, there are a lot of your friends who have put in hundreds of hours and in the last 7 months planning and arranging this event. The scale of this event is extremely large with anything that we have done to date, college-wise. And it's not even a joke that when I'm saying hundreds of hours, it really is. I would be surprised if it didn't spill over to maybe thousands of hours with all of us putting our time collectively. So, namal perfect alla. So there could be lapses in what we are doing, and if that is the case, please come and talk to us. Namukku pattunnatholam, we will try to address whatever is deficient in the process. But if something is out of our control, please bear with us and please be patient with us. So that's all that we wanted to present today for our briefing session with you. And it's time for questions. You can please go in the order. What I will suggest is, in order to keep this in a orderly fashion, Danya will moderate the questions. ഒന്നെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ചാറ്റിനകത്ത് ടൈപ്പ് ചെയ്യാം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ one by one നിങ്ങൾ unmute ചെയ്തിട്ട് you can ask your questions. So please go ahead and എന്തെങ്കിലും ചോദിക്കാനുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ questions ഇപ്പം ചോദിക്കാം. Oh yes, let me point out one thing which Danya mentioned in the chat is that we have a photo booth arranged which will be in the back of the program, നമ്മുടെ auditorium, നമ്മുടെ college auditorium പുറയിൽ ഒരു photo booth arrange ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്, which will be a nicely decorated photo booth with our Orma logo and so on. So you're free to take your own fun pictures or whatever you want to. So please make use of that. We are trying to make sure that that same photo booth will be available in or brought to Ravis as well. We're checking with the event management team to make sure they can disassemble it and then reassemble it back. But please take as many nice pictures that you want to when you get there. Nasreen, a question: if we get a schedule to share with our teachers, it will be good. So yes, we are, like I said, 2 weeks out to our program date. About a week before our program date, either Kiran or myself will be sending emails to everyone with the last set of briefing info that we have. Because keep in mind that T-1 week from our event date, most of us organizers and coordinators are also going to be traveling. So we want to make sure we give you all this information upfront. So including this recording of this meeting as well, we will share with everyone.
Steve, there's a question on transportation arranged from railway station to Ravi's or college.
Okay. So we don't have a definite answer for this, but I can answer this in this way. The best thing for you to do when you, let's say you come to the railway station or if you come to the bus station in Kollam, best thing to do is either call a transportation company or Uber, and you can have a shuttle yourself from the railway station to college. We will try to find maybe 1 or 2 transportation companies who are told upfront that hey, ingane po aalkar varunundu, appo avarku vendite transportation ready aayirikkanam. We will try to do that. We don't have it currently planned, but we will try to have that arranged and make at least 1 or 2 transportation companies available. In case we are not able to, you can find plenty of taxi services if you just Google it instantly. You will get plenty of transportation companies available. If you're coming from far, what I would suggest is call upfront or call a day earlier and just arrange with a transportation company so they can bring you from railway station to college.
Yeah, Steve, just to add, no point add. See, we thought about it. I mean, whether can we arrange one taxi? The issue is that logistic is very difficult. It's very difficult to plan it out really well. So we thought we can drop that. And secondly, I think most of the people know Kollam, right? And yeah, so it's a safe place. You had been to college multiple number of times. It's not far. So thought that most of the people will be able to manage it without issue. So, but again, we will try to find one taxi company. We will publish the number. So if you have any difficulty, you can directly contact them.
Okay. Kiran, there's a question on restriction on number of adults and kids in one room. I mean, each room.
Yeah.
People who are coming with family. Do you want to clarify?
Yeah, so hotel policy in Aranya, it's 3 adults in a room. That's a policy, maximum of 3 adults in a room. Kids, actually, they are kind of, there is a leniency on that, but 3 adults and 2 kids, that's fine. So again, if you want additional bed, they will provide, but 3 adults is the only restriction they have.
Okay. Thank you. And the next question is to publish a request to publish the order in which the branch photo is to be taken so that all can be prepared. So yes,
Yeah.
try to publish that. So closer to the event, the itinerary will be posted in the reunion group with the list of, the batches which we will go through. So
True. And so the branches will be like last two big branches. I mean, for example, mechanical. Middle there will be like again one a bigger branch like electrical also. So we had split it out so that there is no crowding. But we will definitely publish the list.
So for the participants who are, ഞാൻ generally mute all ആക്കിയിട്ടുണ്ട്, but you should be able to unmute yourself if you have questions to ask, if you're not posting them on the chat. And if you're not able to, please raise a hand or something so that you can try to help unmute you.
എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു നമ്മൾ ക്രിസ്റ്റൽ ക്ലിയർ ആയിരുന്നു, ആർക്കും ഒരു ചോദ്യമില്ല.
എല്ലാവരും
അല്ലെങ്കിൽ എല്ലാവരും ഇങ്ങനെ ഞെട്ടിയിരിക്കും സംഭവം.
Yeah, but we were close to 57 at some point in this session, so it is a good participation.
ഭയങ്കര ശാന്തമായ ഒരു ഇതാണല്ലോ, കോൾ കോൺഫറൻസ് ആണല്ലോ.
Okay, anyway,
ഇത്രയും ശാന്തമായ നന്നായി.
ഇല്ല ക്ലിയർ ആയിരുന്നു.
ചുമ്മാതല്ല പറയണേ.
Storm before the calm before the storm. Okay.
But of course, ഇത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടും നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടും നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് വല്ല ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ you can always post it in our that WhatsApp group. അവിടെ എന്തെങ്കിലും ചോദിക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ post it there and we can always clarify that for you.
Yeah, I think key things now is try to be on time. There are a lot of people who put a lot of effort, especially on evening cultural events, morning events. So try to be on time. So and again, from organizing side, we tried looking at all the different areas. Probably we must have missed it. We don't know. But we tried to cover as much as possible. So it's our program. So if there is any mistake, it's all our mistake and everyone's mistake. So we tried as much as possible. But if there is something that comes to your mind, that just ping us and let me know. Probably we must have covered, but if no, we will try to cover it.
So one last thing that I want to add is not one last thing, but one thing I forgot to add is on the day of the event, we can of course always use as much help as we can. So ഇതിനകത്ത് നിങ്ങൾ കുറച്ച് പേരാണെങ്കിൽ നേരത്തെ അറിയിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു that you would be willing to volunteer, and to some of you I'm yet to reach out to, or one of us is yet to reach out to. So we will do that. But if any of you still want to help us with small things that you can do, please നമ്മളെ contact here, because like I said, നമ്മളെ coordinators and organizers എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ it's still only a handful of people who has done it managing things. We can always use additional hands. So small things, you don't have to do anything major. Maybe thing will be just as simple as just guiding the faculty to the program hall or something like that. If you are willing to help us, just let us know. Alengi, especially those of you who are local to Kollam, and this is probably the important part, is because the previous day most of us coordinators are going to be there at TK, because there is so much to arrange and plan with regards to the event management company, rabbits, etc. So if any of you are local to Kollam and are available to come and help us, please let us know. Just either message us in the group or individually DM us, so that we can know. We'll definitely need some help over there. Rakesh, the question have dedicated parking space for alumni. Parking space we don't necessarily need dedicated space, because on the Saturday, right? The reunions on a Saturday, so it's not a college day. We are not expecting the regular crowd from a weekday to be present over there. Pinne ee varuna, faculty rest of the people are probably going to come in their own vehicles. ടി ക്യാം പണ്ടത്തെ ടി ക്യാം അല്ല, ഇപ്പം കുറച്ചുകൂടി മെച്ചപ്പെട്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്. സോ അവിടെ ഇപ്പം അത്യാവശ്യമുള്ള പാർക്കിംഗ് സ്പേസും കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ ഉണ്ട്. ഇപ്പോഴത്തെ പിള്ളേരെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ സുസുക്കിയും ഒക്കെ ഓടിക്കുന്നത്, നമ്മളെ പോലെ ഒന്നുമില്ല. സോ എനിവേ there will be പാർക്കിംഗ് സ്പേസ്. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് എവിടെയെങ്കിലും മരത്തിന്റെ അടിയിൽ ഹോട്ടലിലൊക്കെ പോയി പാർക്ക് ചെയ്യാം.
ഹോട്ടലിൽ ടി കെ മറ്റേ അന്ന് ക്ലാസ്സും ഇല്ലല്ലോ, അപ്പം ഡെഫിനറ്റ്ലി there's a lot of parking space plus ഹോട്ടൽ ഇഷ്ടം വരെ പാർക്കിംഗ് സ്പേസ്.
Yeah, hotel they already told us that they have more than enough space. They have space to accommodate at least some 200 vehicles or so.
Yeah. And for the ladies who are here and who are coming alone for this trip, I have been reached separately. So നിങ്ങൾക്ക് തിരിച്ച് റവീസിലേക്ക് പോവാൻ, if you are staying back at Ravi's event also, then make sure that you are in the the bus area where we are gonna run the shuttle service to Ravi's by around 3 p.m. for sure, so that we can use that for the transport. Otherwise you will also have the alternate option to book Uber or come with your friends who are attending the event as well. But in case you haven't figured it out, then this is the option. So make sure that എവിടെയെങ്കിലും ലഞ്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് കോളേജ് ക്യാമ്പസ് കാണാൻ പോവാണെങ്കിലും then make sure that you come back on time to catch this bus.
Yeah, and one more thing to add up. See, as I mentioned, we are hiring around 4 SUVs, so adingane shuttle ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കും. So it will start from 2 o'clock. So ideally, if you look at it, a rough calculation, every 10 to 15 minutes, there would be one taxi available. Once it gets filled, we will leave. So we will try to see whether live tracking and then sharing a bit, we'll check whether it is possible. So basically, adingane shuttle ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കും. So if you are going early at 2 o'clock to Ravi's, you can use that. But it will run up to 4 o'clock. We will try to run so that everyone is being taken back to Ravi's.
എനിക്ക് രശ്മി ചോദിച്ചൊരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്. ജസ്റ്റ് ടു നോ വെദർ റിയൂണിയൻ വിൽ ബി അറേഞ്ച് ഇൻ ലേറ്റർ ഇയേഴ്സ് ടു. ഇതിന്റെ ക്ഷീണം ആദ്യം ഒന്ന് മാറി കേട്ടെ. We have talked about this a number of times. We don't have a plan yet, but for sure, I mean, we want to make this a regular thing. Once every 5 or 10 years, for sure.
Orma 3, Orma 4, alle.
Yeah, it took us this long to start off. Yeah. Orma 2, yeah, right. Orma 2, Orma 3. 25 years. Yeah, 25 years will be in the next 4 years' time. So, anna vikkaram namala we'll probably do something again, hopefully.
Any final question? Probably everyone can start the video. Probably we can take a photo.
Oh yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh.
Screen sharing and
stop sharing my screen.
Yeah.
Sorry, one last point. I think for the families who are coming with kids, or if you have some specific food allergies and all, you might want to ensure that that's taken care also.
Okay, എല്ലാരും വീഡിയോ ഓൺ ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിൽ we can take a group photo of whoever is available right now. The Vikaram will have to take it in 1 or 2 shots. Okay.
Yeah. Radhakrishnan drive ചെയ്തോണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്.
Is there a kids play area in Yes, there is.
Kids play area? Oh yeah, there is. You're right. പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്.
But it's only for kids, okay?
Yes, correct.
അവിടുത്തെ ഊഞ്ഞാലി കയറി ഇരുന്ന് പൊട്ടിക്കുകയും ചെയ്യരുത്. അവസാനം തൊടല് പൊട്ടിച്ചൊരു വലിയ ബില്ലിങ്.
Okay, all right. We're going to take a picture in 5, 4. എല്ലാരും ക്യാമറ നോക്കിക്കേ. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and click. Okay, ഒരെണ്ണം കൂടി എടുക്കാം. 1 second. We'll take. Let me save that.
പതിഞ്ഞില്ല.
ഫിലിം അങ്ങോട്ട് എന്തോ പ്രശ്നം ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. Okay, one more. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Smile. Okay. ആരാ ലാസ്റ്റ് കയറി വന്ന അതിന് എടുത്തില്ലായിരുന്നല്ലോ. Somebody came in the last. Okay, just for the sake of it, ഒരെണ്ണം കൂടി എടുക്കാം.
അടുത്ത ഫോട്ടോ രാധാകൃഷ്ണൻ പോലീസ് ജയിലിലായിരിക്കും.
ഓക്കെ, 2-3 ഷോട്ട് എടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഹോപ്പ്ഫുള്ളി അതിനകത്ത് ആരെങ്കിലൊക്കെ വന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. വന്നില്ലെങ്കിൽ സോറി, നമുക്ക് നൈസായിട്ട് നമുക്ക് റീയൂണിയൻ സമയത്ത് നമുക്ക് ഫോട്ടോ എടുക്കാം. Okay, everybody. അപ്പൊ അത്രേ ഉള്ളായിരുന്നു.
guys.
That was all for today.
Bye, guys.
See you all soon. 2 weeks time.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
bye
you, thank you.
everybody.
Bye bye.